Do 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 do. Oh dear, what then? Right, pencils. I haven't left the pencils. Pencil case. Oh, what is it for? Singing, singing, Oh, that smells nice in there. Oh, oranges. Where's this from? Right. Oh, I know what it is. What's going on with you with this? Get rid of it. Oh, good afternoon. Sorry, there's a few of you there, and I'm waffling away to myself. Good afternoon. How are we all? Hooray! Hi Marcia, hi Liz, Michelle, Louise. Oh, it's lovely to see you all. Hi Jackie, hi Judith, Louise. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I really enjoyed the shows. I really did enjoy the shows. It was excellent. It was really nice to catch up as well. You know, 'cause it's been a while since I've been in the studio, so it's like that. It's like, and I was doing me moodle doodles with me Orbis moodling. It sounds like a carp of fishing, doesn't it? Oh, excuse me, I'm just rubbing my eyes and they're a bit sore. Because, you know, when I'm not used to wearing makeup all the time now. And I think as you get older, you get a bit more sensitive. So I think, oh, blooming heck, my eyes are getting a bit itchy. Which is sad. But never mind. So how are we doing? Hi, Linda. Hi, Wendy. Hi, Karen. Oh, thank you, Janice. Thank you. And I really did enjoy them. It was lovely being part of it. It was lovely sort of having great this is Max sort of set all this up for me brilliantly, but just need a bit more space because I've not put enough. Oh, it's even I've got my paints, my paints, and I've got me so she's been keeping fires burning for me, her and Liz. But didn't their samples? I'm hoping they find it. Yeah, couldn't find it anywhere. Right. Oh, it's going to be so nice. Hi Elaine, hi Susan, hi Jan. Now I don't know which one I want to do today. A big, little. But I really did enjoy that size. Oh, where have I got all this rubbish from? I can't stand it when I've got stuff on. I don't mind pencil marks, but when it comes, sorry, I'm shouting. I don't mind pencil marks, but when it comes to sort of bits of like undescribed or unidentified things, I'm a little bit like, oh, why is that on there? Right, so I was really happy with what we did. Hi Kate. And I really thought I really like the idea of having an outside shape. I'll be honest with you, I'm not going to spend a huge amount of time sort of worrying today about that. I just want to get on with designing, because I really want to use this, and I want to use it as the sort of centerpiece of it, and then go to the like designing within it, because I love this idea of having a focal point. And when I mean focal point, really, I don't think this is the right place to have this. See, it should have been a bit over there, but I'm not too worried. Hi, Sue. Oh, you'll be made up with this, honestly. So don't forget, one of the tricks is, if you want to start at naught, get naught. Get naught, and it doesn't have to be perfect, but one of the little tricks with this I found is just to mark 90, 80, 270, and then that way you've got a general point of reference which will be in middle. Okay, so, and then this little beauty will connect them up, but if you haven't got that, you just use a piece of card, whatever. I'm going to keep that out, sorry. So I really like this idea of, I'm using the book underneath because, oh hello Liz! Oh, this is a great little tool, this. Just don't, what I said on telly, which you might be able to see now, can you see pink blobs? The pink blobs are the ones that they line up. I've got another one and it's got pink lines, blue lines, green lines, and that's easier to see because the green lines all match up the blue line. But these are all nib sizes, and it's really helpful that, because even if you don't have the nib in that one at that time, you can change your nib, make it smaller with these mechanical pencils, and then you can have all these increments here. I mean, I had my notes on me there yesterday, but I had to because I was trying to explain how many different circles you could use. But anyway, it's not about this, it's about us moodling. It's so nice, Yanis was saying about moodling, because he's getting into it as well now, and I was just like, love it, love the idea of, you know, people taking it for what it is, enjoyment, this self-discovery in a way that, I mean, that you're discovering the, you know, the tranquility and the calm and the peacefulness that you can get to when you're sort of creating. So I've just done a centre point. Now this will be for that there. So that'll be my centre point rather than my compass being a big bobble in it. So what you can do now is create a window shape, or you can create, you see, I love the patterns that, and I love words as well. And I was looking at something before, and like the mandalas are just amazing. And I was thinking, shall I do a mandala, shall I not? And a window. So I've got to decide now whether it's going to be a window or a mandala. So, are you ready? I'm putting it out to use lot. Window or mandala. So, do you want that as a, like, with a word in it, window, and noodle around it, or a mandala noodle? Thank you, Emma, appreciate that. I thought a lot of my moodlers would be buying that, yeah, I thought they would have. Good little tool that, isn't it? A window. Right, it's a window then, cool. Right, so I've got the word here, and I'm just going to put in here. So, if you can just see, I've got a line that goes, it's sort of, it's not dead centre. So here, it's going to be the opposite. So it's going to be, looks like a mast, doesn't it? So it's just slightly off. So we're going to go down, a bit wiggly, because I've done this a little bit, not too straight, I don't want it too straight. So I've just done the words. Yeah, I'm happy with that. If you wanted to, you could sort of bring it up a little bit here, a little bit here. It's entirely up to you what your centre line is, because we're going to build up around that. So the centre line is going to be where your words are. So if you think that you give yourself a little bit at the edges here, yeah, that allows you to sort of have the same on each side. Doesn't have to be perfect, you just know it's within the right sort of realms of what you need. And if you want to, you can sort of create the shape that you do really want. So happy with that. So now I'm going to build up some images. Now I'm going to do, this is a point, is it a 0.7 or a 0.5? I can't remember. So you'll have to find the bits that you need, but it is helpful, I must admit, to have these circles. So I'm just, will it fit in that one? No, it'll fit in that one. So I'm just going to put that one there. It's a 93. Right. This one and this one, and rub that one out. You get it? And then to balance it, I'm just going to find one that fits here and put it there. So I've got a nice balance. And I think here, I'll just show you the circles. I'll move this because I know not everybody's got it, so I might make that a little bit bigger. I've done 2 lines here. Right, let me just show you what I've done. I've done that line and that line, so it all depends on which one I want. I think I like that one, but I also like that one. And here, I'm going to do a freehand one there. And I quite like that shape, so it's a freehand and another freehand. Oh, I like that. So what we've got is we've got space top and bottom. Could be a landscape, it could be a river, it could be anything like that. I'm looking at that now, I'm thinking, right, I'm going to get rid of that and that, leave it in the background. You see? Yeah, I like that. So we've got that nice undulating pattern there, line there, we've got a pattern there and an undulating pattern there. There we go, quite like that. So now some of these extra lines I've got here, I'm going to do like my doodles in them, and then some up here that I think I might look for. I could even put my mindful moodling in it, couldn't I? I just have mindful moodling in there. Let's see if it fits. It fits, but we could have see, I was thinking of something like stretch your wings or fly free, because I mean I'm not gonna do mindful noodling for this, but it'd be nice, you know, when I do one, I will do it. So I don't want to sort of curb your sort of creativity, so you put your own words in. So let's think of something that's nice. Free. Right, so let's get F-R-E-E, free, F-R-E-E, little dash there, little S-O-U-L, free soul. Right, so how am I going to do it? I'm going to do it Right, so here I'm going to run another line there. So there's my other line, can you see it? So I've got 2 lines, so 3, so this little bit is only going to have the top bit, so here I've just got the F there, the R there, the E there, the E there, and then this, it'll be right to the top. Free sole, quite like that, and then I'll add little bits onto this. I'll show you what I mean. So I've got free sole, pattern, wiggles. I'm going to go straight in with a line now. So, oh, excellent, excellent. I'm using a 0.5, so I'm going to go straight in with my circles. Now with a 0.5, you can go straight in to your orbis, because your orbis does a 0.5, so that's the great thing about it. It's pen friendly. Now, as always, I'm not taking too much care and attention over the shape of my lines. I'm just as long as they're sort of within a tolerance of what I like. It's like a guitar, that bit there. That's well dodgy up there. So if it goes dodgy like that, what's the answer? Put the straight line back in and make it properly dodgy. There we go. So we're putting this here. So the lettering is going to have noodle doodles on as well, so it's not just going to be plain, and then the background's going to have my patterns on. So I'm going to do quite a big pattern in the background there, because I really like the idea. I did a pattern and it was really nice where I did it, it was like a checkerboard and it looked really good. So let me think. I'll do it pencil first. It's quite a big checkerboard. This is entirely up to you how you do this pattern, but if you want to follow these lines, that's another way you can do it, or you can go straight across. I quite like the idea of, if I follow these lines and it's got a bit of a, you know, a movement there. So here, there's that one that goes, oh, there's that one that's got, this one is a tangle, I think, so, you know, it's not mine and registered to me in any way. This is a Zentangle, I think. I can't remember, but I must attribute it to, it's someone else's, it's not mine. But I like the idea. I can't teach this because it's not mine to teach, but you get the idea. Use, you know, as a pattern. But I'm not selling this, so what you do is you do right. The pattern is like we used to call it similar to what we call a tumbling block, which was a quilt pattern, so that you've got like dark and light, and the dark bit, which would be your square, light and medium, so you've got like a play of three-dimensional play. So that's that. Then in this one I'm going to do a again another checkerboard, but this time just circles in it. If this belongs to anyone else, I haven't got a clue who, so I'm hoping it's not going to offend anybody. So I've got squares, which I might change, might keep, and there. Now this square, just to show you what the square is, where's my crappy bit? Here we go. So here, if you draw a square, it's like that. Okay, there's your square. You do, if you think a quarter of it there, then that line to there, that's it. So when you do this, leave this light, you'll have this quite dark, and then this quite, and this medium, and it ends up looking 3D, like you're looking through something. So you could even do that on that as well. So then here, let's look at some of the patterns we've got before. So I'm going to go in with this here. So I quite like the idea of, do I want to draw that in or not? I'm just tempted to just leave that, you know. But then again, I've got no end to that, so you've got to make that decision. Stuff. Well, if you want to, you don't have to. So I'm just going to put in some patterns now that so there I've got an oval. Yeah, I will put that line in there, and then an oval there. So this pattern then is this, and I'm just going to put in my random little patterns in there, and then so this one is a combination. Looking at that one, whether that would come round there, I might just block it off there. There we go. So we've got a pattern happening there, pattern happening there. I'll put this. So this is following the line of the letters and not the line of the pencil, because it's sort of encompassing the letter end in there. So I've got a few wobbly lines there, so what I'm going to do is just add another wobbly line to the end, and then what I can do is just put my little scribbles in there, and then it looks like I'm meant to do all this. So free sole. So I've got a nice pattern happening there. I'm just looking at some of my other patterns. I've not got everything here because some of it's still in my car, so it's a case of like here I'm just going to put like a so that's just in background where you've got this like pear shaped. So we've got square round, square round. I'm just going to put this in now. I think I will put it in. or I might change it a bit, but I've given you an idea there anyway. If you change it, it's up to you. I might change it a little bit because I'm a bit conscious of it being too similar. So what I might do is just put a circle there instead. So where the square was, just put a circle. Sometimes that's what you need to do. You need to look at what other people do, but then make it your own, and then that way you're not, you're using them as inspiration and tuition, but you're not using them as to nick ideas, because that's. I noticed that I had lots of people saying that they'd done similar. When my first show, like the butterflies in boxes. I mean, I've got quite a few I've done here, different styles of butterflies. So yeah, you can never say that you've invented something, because more often than not there'll be someone who's done it similar, or even more or less nearly the same, because that's what happens when you get products. You will do that, you will get similarities. So here round, I'm just going to the set, so I've got more of a pattern happening rather than a 3D thing happening, which I quite like, actually, quite like that. So make it up when you get down there, because you think, oh, I don't know which bit goes where, and again, smaller and a bit more wiggly, which I quite like. I had lots of nice emails at the studio saying how they were enjoying it, and then the support for the moodling as well. Thank you, it was great. And of course, thank you for your support to me as well. Brilliant, and your emails were gorgeous. They didn't have a chance to read everything because it kept selling out. Yeah, we got quite a few sellouts and stuff. So just going to quick check through my other book to see which other patterns I've got. We need a moodling book. I know. We need a moodling book so that we can copy designs we've already done into a book, and then we know how to do it, sort of thing. I'm just going to do like I don't know what you'd call it. It's like a talon, really. And when you do it like that, remember that when you come to bits like this, you'll see a little bit of it. Yeah, they are butterflies, Judith. Yeah. Oh, see you later, Suzanne. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, the moths. Yeah, they are really well received, I must admit. They're very popular. So here I'm just going to put this there, and I'm going to soften this up by just putting like a scallop round it. And I'm going to do it down there because no doubt somebody will say, oh, it looks like a dinosaur. So and all I'm doing is just copying the design, not changing it up, just the shape. So now what I can do is put that shape again. I'm copying what I've got. I'm making new ones as well because I'm pretty conscious that the shapes that I do have are repeated again and again and again. So by sort of doing this, I'm pushing the boat out a bit and creating my own. And don't forget, when we've got pattern and colour on these, you know how popular the popular designs, they work. So, trying new ones out is just as important, otherwise we just get stuck. So they look great, so these should look okay as well. So we've got that quite a strong pattern there, which I'm not going to mess about with. We've got a strong pattern in there. What I think I will do though is just put like when it comes to colouring these, I'm going to put a tiny white pen on it, like I was doing to highlight the edges to make it look like that. This one I'm going to leave there, and I'm just going to put little dots in there because that will match the background there. Okay, and the background there. I still can't see. Need me with glasses on. Oh, did you, Emma? Oh, lovely, thank you. Oh, that sounds like everyone's going to have a great time. A great time. Yeah, the complete. Well, I must admit, I'm very happy with it myself. It was really good in that I wanted to include butterflies, but moths get a bit of a bum deal, so to speak. So I thought, like this, I did. Do you remember ages ago I did the diva or the deity, and I did a great little. I'm just looking at the lines now, and I'm just going to make sure that they're sort of similar. I did a deity and I did a headdress, and that's well dodgy, so ignore that one. So this is going to have a semblance of that. Okay, so put your dots in. I'll have another one here, I think. And then what I'm going to do is here you put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 between each 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you put one in the middle, one in the middle, to each side. Can you hear that? And even if you haven't got a big knobble, you can put another knobble there, can't you? Because you can sort of see it. Thank you. Thanks so much for. Yeah, I loved the show, so I do appreciate that. Yeah, I do. It was brilliant. They do tell you when you get emails. It's just a bit hard to. Sometimes it's hard for them to get them in when they're trying to do updates and all that, but they appreciate them as well, because they know that you like the stuff. And I know my boss at Studio Light, it lets him know that I'm doing alright, sort of thing. Right, so with this you're going to look, well, what am I doing there? And it's dead easy. You're just going to draw like beads. So you draw 1 bead, 5 beads, and then join them up. Look, how cool is that? Do you remember we did it with girls there? But I can't beat first to do it, so no doubt someone else has done it. But can you see how nice that looks now? Yeah, it's cool, isn't it? And you can do it that way if you want, but I'm not going to try and I've been driving over about 4 hours now, so I'm not going to be confused. My brain's easily fried now. I think I need a little lie down later. But I'm on a mission now. Got to get stuff sorted, so I can't. Right, so when it comes to that, you just push to the side and push to the side of the thing as best you can. Now I've gone a little bit mad here because it had gone a bit big, but doesn't really matter. You're in. It's it shows. It belongs to you. It doesn't matter. But yeah, just take your time, and then you won't have whoppers like mine. Like that. So like that. If you just invent some, if you don't know where they are, just invent them. It looks like they should be there, then just put them in. didn't have time to do too much colouring. You only have short period of time when you're on telly, so showing people how to use the pencils and stuff on papers, on watercolour and stuff, I only got to show a little bit. Right, so that's more or less done now. It's quite a nice little pattern once you look at it all over. You look at it, you know, close up, and it looks well dodgy, but we're not looking that close, are we? No. So here we're going to do some lines that correspond. So I'm just going to do some wiggly lines like this, because I want it to sort of follow on in that trait, but I'm going to do the lines that, you know, like main pages that I did. So I might have hearts on one, I might have leaves on the other, like that, hearts, what about you? I find that I screw my eyes up when I'm drawing, and then the next minute I'm like, try to open my eyes and I can't focus. Right, I'm going to draw my heart the other way now, because I'm drawing it that way, but you draw it this way and it looks like another petal. So we've got less pattern, more pattern. And just remember where your patterns are. So I'll just put here, I'll make this up with some dots, and then this one I'll just have what was that other one I did? Oh, a leaf. There we go. So it's continuity. Let's see now. Oh, I know what we can do. Right, we can do this shape, and it's a C, well, it's like a V. Okay, and then like a wishbone. So I'll do another one here. It's like a heart, but without the bit at the top. So I prefer the V shape first, and then that. I think like heart like. So if I do that, and then I took my crochet with me to do my Frida, and I didn't get time to do any of it, because each time I came off there, you go back to your room, you're not allowed to move around, and you go and do prep for your next show. So yeah, it's very well organised there. I'm just hoping that, or depending on how it goes now, that if I've got to, what's it, shield, I'm just hoping I don't. I've only been told about it this morning, so when I got home, I'm a bit concerned. The other day, you have to shield for 2 weeks, don't you? Right, so here three dots, so it's sort of like a stem from the middle. Oh, I really like this. It's got something quite fabric like about it, where, you know, lots of patterns that all join together, and you wouldn't think that, you know, the patterns would look good together, but the colour seems to make them work together, and yet you're like, whoa, I wouldn't have like that. Might have a few little bits showing there. That's better. Can you see how you just sort of make it up, and then you're not too sort of worried about if you do it the other way, sorry, you're not too worried about it then, because you're sort of drawing it that way, but it looks, you're doing it the other way, so it doesn't matter. When you turn it round, it looks very different. And then this is a diamond, triangle. and I'm just going to put that in there. Like that. We've got this one here. Let's see what we've got there now. I can't see my eyes. Where's my other book? Where's that other book gone? I liked that book. It was my Giannini one. That was a nice Giannini book, that. Can't blooming find it. I've got, like I say, well, my eyes are a bit dodgy at the moment, only because I'm squinting and I've been driving, so it's right. Okay, so let me just think how I did this one. I think this one here, so rather than having it like that, if I have it like that, and then I like that, sort of like teeth, so it matches this. It's got the repetitiveness of the lines, and then the little dots are like what we've got in our other work. And then this, what we could just do is something quite simple with different size circles. Woohoo! Right, I really like this, so I'm going to put some of these like little shapes that we've got within our pattern. So like for instance, I'll just do that. I've got that there. I'm not going to make them too prominent. I want them to sort of be a bit understated, but you know, there. So that's like following that pattern down here. I don't want to keep putting that on everything because it looks like a wonky eye. Not an wonky eye. You know, oh, what do they call her? Bullseye. That was it. So that's another nice one that always popular. So just put one in there, and then here we can do a like a circle within the O's there. I might do one there because that looks really nice. I like that. And then have that the common theme going through, because I think that's, even on here I can go over them because it doesn't, it's not so big, these patterns, that they're going to make an impact by drawing over them. But I really like that now. So let's see what happens when I rub the lines out. Yay. Some of the lines I've got to do a little bit stronger because, well, I also forget which lines I've done and which I haven't, so by doing this I can see. Some strange names appearing on my website. Yeah, it's like people have never heard, so I'm going to be quite selective because some of them there's a lot of men there, and I'm thinking, oh, I don't know these men. So yeah, it's going to be nice growing the community, as long as it's a safe community. It's got a nice feel to it now. Ooh, you're not late. You can't be late. There's no time scale. I've already got a few colours and my nicest colours here. So, well, I tell you what, I'm ready to have a little sleep now, you know. I really am. I feel like I'm dozing. Right, just got some colour. I've got this now. I'm just going to put some blue in. Like I say, most of my stuff's still in my car, so you'll have to bear with me. I'm just going to load some colour, some water into these colours, and then use these. And then once these are sort of activating and working, I might use my beautiful new ones over the top. So I'm just using I think I'm going to do this in blue because I love blue. Yes, so hopefully you can come and join the you know, Mindful Moodling website. You can see everything that we're doing on there. We've got a nice little community growing there, so that, you know, anything that happens, like new sessions or all the free workshops will appear there as well. So all the free lives, so that'd be quite nice. So you'll be able to see them all in one place. There's links to other things as well, so that if you want to go to my Etsy shop or whatever you want to do, but then the nice thing is you can connect with like-minded moodlers, and also it'll link at some point once I can get my head around it, working with Zoom, so we'll be able to do Zoom stuff, which I really am looking forward to. So here I've got a dark there, blending it down, so we've got a nice sort of blend happening. No, I don't think they are Americans in the army. They're all UK based. Yeah, it just a couple of them make me laugh because they sound so familiar. You know what I mean? I'm just like, oh, that sounds familiar. But we'll see. I've had to put restrictions on as well, because I've got people who are trying to join it that perhaps wouldn't really enjoy it. And I want to keep it for just people who are going to enjoy the moodling. So here, I think I like this bit here because I can just go over in white pen, so I'm just going to darken that bit there. It's a bit too much, that, but I'll lift the colour once it dries. And what I might do is just put, that's it. I was wondering, I wanted blue up here, but I didn't quite know where I wanted it, so here it's when I was at school, we had World Cup, and we bought these massive big, well, the head bought these massive big lions, and we decorated three lions for the World Cup. And we had them, you know, as you walk into school, and one of them had all the students' names on, and one had like school uniform, and another one had, it was just brilliant, all patterns on it, and I loved doing that. And it was when there was lamb bananas. Does anyone remember them in Liverpool, where there was like the bananas that shaped like sheep or something? I can't remember exactly, but yeah, it was quite. And I saw a giraffe the other day, and it reminded me of we were doing these animals, and I thought, oh, I can't keep them in my classroom all the time, so we'll have to put them in a storeroom, which is cool. But then I wasn't banking on the person, because it was a disused room, you see, and I wasn't banking on anybody going in. And then this particular day, I remember this girl hearing this scream on the corridor, and I was like, oh, what's that? And someone had gone in, I don't know what they'd gone in for, paper or something, and she was met by a giraffe, a lion, and I can't remember what the other one was, elephant. And you should have screamed, because it was in dark, don't forget, so you can imagine, can't you? She's like met at the door by these, and it's not often you go in a storeroom and see that, is it? So, and I thought, where did I see that giraffe the other day? And it just made me think of that poor girl. Yeah. I only went in for paper. She sat on the floor. She was really she's alright, but it was quite funny. Things like that are always easier to laugh at later, aren't they? At the time, they don't seem that funny. Right, so this is a nice, easy shape to paint. It's got nice shapes around it, so I've done a little bit of the pink and a bit of pink shading. I'm going to go in with the orange now, just to beef it up a bit. Now, this is still damp, so when I put this with that, I am going to get some sort of green. So just be, like I say, be aware that if you've got wet colours, make sure that, see there's another bit. So here, the darker orange, which is a quinacridone. Oh, I'm enjoying this, because I can't really do it there, because there's always some, you're continually working. It's not like you shut off. And I was working to prep, not to do this, so it was a little bit different. But yeah, I've got the studio light paints in the car, but yeah, I was trying to get them for everybody on, but couldn't get hold of them that quick. It's a bit difficult. They are really popular though. So, but I'm just looking to see now. I'll leave that orange for a minute, and I think I'll nip to a purple, so just to give it a little bit more. So I'm going from a dark bit now, there, and I think, looking at this now, I'm going to go for a dark bit here, and I'll tell you why, because those little things are hard to paint. So if I do them in white pen, that makes sense. So I'm just doing dark where I want it. So I hope I haven't left it too late. But yeah, if you'd like to invite your friends to join the website, that'd be brilliant, and then we know who they are. But yeah, it's quite funny, all these names. Just got to be so careful these days, haven't you? Because there's so many dodgy people out there. And you don't know who they are, and you think like they look legit and all that, and the next minute they're like doing all sorts of strange things with your accounts. So we have to be very careful. Well, that's what I'm told. Got to be careful. Prevention's better than cure, as they say. So I'm just going to do one side. It's just easier to paint like that, and then blend them together. It was lovely to see everybody yesterday, and what you didn't see is the lovely Paola, and I was on with her twice, and she knew obviously that we were going to be late together when we was doing the production planning, and she put a Frida Kahlo tights on for me. It was, and then the next day she put on the Frida Kahlo sayings and quotes, all in Spanish. So yeah. And yeah, we was laughing because she's such a petite and lovely girl that Frida Kahlo looked gorgeous, but if I'd have been wearing them, she wouldn't have looked quite as nice, because her face would have been very, very stretched. So I was laughing about that. They look lovely on her, but on me, ooh, it wouldn't have been a mono brow, it'd have been quite a lot bigger. So yeah, but gotta have a laugh, haven't you? Gotta have a laugh. So here I'm just going to put the same again. I've got another poppy red this time, which is a deeper red, and I'm just going to lightly, smudged. What I might do then, if I smudged it like that, it'd just drop a little bit in there so that it's heavier around it and then lighter in the middle, so it's not white but lighter. Anyway, how is everybody? Glad you enjoyed the shows, thank you very much, but hope everyone's doing okay. I'm glad to hear that Pete's partner Paul is doing better. His breathing's better. That's great, isn't it, to hear that? I can't imagine, that must be so scary. I remember how scary it was listening to my mum's breathing when she was ill. You couldn't do anything. So I think it's really scary because you don't know, you don't know sort of how vulnerable you are if you're poorly or you've got illnesses, and you don't know how vulnerable your family are, and you don't know, people think that having a mask will help. Yes, it does, of course it does, but it's airborne, this, so it could easily just be in the air and you don't know, and I just find it really scary not knowing. And then some people are sticking to rules and others aren't, so it's very scary. Right, so I've got this nice colour happening here. I'm just going to now, let me see, have I got the colour on? No. Oh, I have. Yay. Put these here for me. So I've got a little bit of Jane Davenport here. I've got a nice yellow, which it's got to be done. If your palettes look like this is when they're the best, because they're really worked in now, and you can get some juicy colours. And don't worry, I had one lady say to me that she threw hers away because they cracked, but that doesn't matter. That really doesn't matter. I can imagine people thinking it does, but it really doesn't matter. it's a case of that's just less water in them, so it's not something to be worried about. I was going to blend these out, but I'm just going to put I think I'll put a blend. So if I put that yellow on them all, and I'm not being neat, as you know, don't do neat, so I'm going to put yellow on them all, see if I like that, and I'm going over a bit so I get a warmth around them, like a hue. And then what I might do is drop, not that one, a tiny bit of orange in the one next to it, and then the one at the end a tiny bit of red, so that they're deepening. Now if you don't like this, you just wipe it off with a tissue, but might need a bit more. And remember, layers you can add, but it's incredibly hard to take away. Oh, I like that. We've got like a blend, you see it? It's a bit hard to see on screen, I know. So here we need to bring the opposite colour in. So what colour is this? I don't know what it is, but oh yeah, that'll do. These paints by Jane, they're real, to me, you know, they're an artist quality. For me, they are. Other people might have a disagreement about it, but yeah, they're a real, to me, they're like excellent quality. I find them, you know, as good as like some of those really expensive ones. The colour intensity, I can't say for sure because I don't know who made them or where they're made, but I can say definitely that the pigment is excellent. And the fact that she's got teal in this, which is one of my favourite colours, and teal is a difficult colour to get right. It really is difficult. I'm doing well with this. So I quite like teal on that, but do I want teal, light teal and dark teal or whatever? Oh no, teal. Oh yes. Now some of this is wet and some is dry, so I'm going to be a bit edgy with it. But I quite like that. It's like 70s wallpaper, isn't it? You know when you have the prints on the wall and they hit miss? They sort of like double printed, but it was meant like that, and it wasn't meant like that. It was just a bad print, but it's sort of now known as one of the traits from the 70s, and it was like Sputnik. So just doing the same, matching a little bit of colour. She's got right, got purple there. That's quite nice. So looks quite dark there. Right, I'm going to go in with another colour that I love in this pack, and this is the lime green. Well, it's not lime, it's like a chartreuse, but it's a dark chartreuse. I've got no water in this, by the way, so this is the colour as is with water on the brush rather than in it. I think I'll put some more green over here as well, just to give it a little bit more. I'm going to go over all of it, I think, just by adding darker here and at the top. And then I'll just do a wash around here. Oh, I'm enjoying this. See? Oh, that'll over. See? Oh, I like that. I love this depth here. I'll drop the depth in further around as well, and then what's this? A tip. I need a tip, Natalie. Do I need to know this? A little card for each. Yes, we do. Yeah, you can number your noodles. Little collectible cards. Oh, right. A good idea. You could do all sorts with them, really, couldn't you? You could even do swaps. Oh, well, the next one just said swaps. Great minds, great minds. So here, I'm just looking at this colour now. It's a deep red, magenta. So, will it be too much like that? Or will it be dark enough? I know what I'll do. I'll show you what I'll do. I'll do a light and a dark. Right, here we go. So, anything on this side. That's what I mean about these paints by Jane. Stunning, aren't they? Be nice if she brought some different colour, some more colours, not different ones, because I like her choice of colours. They're really sort of my colours. I'm just making this up now, so I haven't got a clue what's occurring down here, but never mind. There we go. It looks like I've had a right dog's dinner up there, but it'll look alright in a minute. She says. Just remember to do bottom one, not top. I like patterns like this because these could be one thing one way and another thing the other way. So it all depends now on what colour I want to go with it. So I could have a light colour and really, you know, blitz it up. I'm not even going to tint that, so I'm colouring it in. I should have done that with that. In fact, yeah, just forget that. What am I trying to do there, apart from muddle my brain up, which is hard to do? So I'll just colour that in. So here, I've got light, dark, like that. So if I put the light pink, which is nearly used, oh, I hate it when I do that, and I use one more than the other, and it's like, no, I don't want to use it. I don't want to use it anymore. So here is going to be the bright pink. Don't go scrub, especially with water. To do that, you want to sort of lay the colour on top. Even if it's a little bit damp, you can still have some control over it. Whereas if you start back and forth, all you're going to do is lift the colour up from the layer below. So just be a little bit, you know, a bit sort of careful with it. But don't forget, a lot of this can be hidden when we put our pen on and stuff. Got some new pens coming out next week. I've only got me these, so these are the new ones. Woohoo! 0.55, 0.3, and I've got a 1 and a 12, look, a 12. So I've got a number 1. Could have done with a few more though. Or was that number 12? That's a 10. And that's a 12, look. Massive. Could do with some more of them, but these are teeny weeny ones. Look at these. Gorgeous. And look at colour though, they're posh them, aren't they? Is it the centenary year? 100 years, look. Wow, 100 years. Right, let's look. What time is it? Wow, that's pretty good. An hour and we've done all that in an hour. That's crazy. I need to bring some of that pink down here, because if I don't, do you see what I mean? So if I put a bit here, sorry, I was holding my breath. Sorry about that. Right, a little bit there. Right, a bit in here. There we go, quite like that. Having a bit of that I like. So what you can do is, if this is dry, I could drop a little bit of pink in there just to, yeah, I like that. But don't, like I said before, if you start scrubbing with your paint, what you're going to end up doing is lifting. You don't want to lift, you just want to layer. So it has to be dry, and once you dry and then layer, it'll sit. It'll sink a little bit, don't get me wrong, but it'll sit better for you. So I really like that. Just blobbing with your, oh, that's even nice, look, just blobbing with the paint that you've got on. Don't have to be perfect. Going back to my website, yeah. It's just making me laugh, these names, because I'm thinking, are these certain people that want to join, or is it just because they want to be nosy, or do these people want to join in? Do you know what I mean? It makes me laugh, actually. But I really hope that they want to join in and be a moodler. But yeah, it's you've got to be careful in this world now with all your information, haven't you? Right, I'm happy with that. I'm not going to do anything on there. I'm going to go into my room for half an hour and have a chat to the wonderful people who I have missed. I will be back here tomorrow with, I'm going to do something moodling, but I might even just take a section. What I was thinking is taking a section of a moodle I've done and then abstracting it. So your name was Black Rose. I think they will be. Oh, you're welcome, Selma. Very posh, Jackie, very posh. Yeah, these are the original ones, Judith, and these are the thicker ones that are available, but I think these are the centenary ones. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. With the pencils and, you know, whatnots and doodads and palavers. But yeah, so I'm going to go into my room and jug journals. I have 10 minutes in there, maybe 15. or maybe half an hour, and then I will see you this time tomorrow. I hope it goes well. Oh, Andrew is live at 3 o'clock, don't forget. So, don't forget to get 3 o'clock, get the alarm on for him. And then we can all know. So, I'm going to do the... There we go. Right. Love you, leave you. And I will see you tomorrow. So, thanks for everything.